Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's meditation. Today, we're going to have a special meditation in celebration of well-being in the Law Week. And after our regular meditation, for those who like, feel free to stay on for a short discussion about how meditation is helpful in your life. And also in celebration of well-being in the Law Week, today we'll focus on physical well-being, the theme of the day. So begin by closing your eyes, allowing your body to settle into wherever you're sitting. And let's begin with a few deep breaths, breathing into your belly, feeling your stomach expand. And as you exhale, releasing any tension or stress. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold. And exhale for 4 seconds. And let's do that again. Having the intention of being fully present. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold. And exhale for 4 seconds. And we'll do that one more time, but before doing so, let go of anything that happened earlier in your day. Just let it go. Anything you need to do later, anything that may happen later in your day, let it go. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold. And exhale for 4 seconds. And now just breathe effortlessly without forcing your breath. Simply observe your breath as it naturally flows in and naturally flows out. Today, as part of Well-Being in the Law Week, we focus on our physical well-being. We all know that daily meditation can reduce stress. And research also shows that meditation can reduce the body's production of cortisol, which is our body's stress hormone. Think of cortisol as nature's built-in alarm system. It is the fuel behind our fight or flight impulse. And cortisol is terrific if you're being chased by a hungry lion. But it turns out it's not so great if you're sitting at a computer or just generally stressed out by modern life. Here are just 3 examples. When our cortisol levels are high, our body becomes inflamed. And inflammation is associated with many ailments, including arthritis and pain and others. So less stress means less inflammation. When cortisol is released because of stress, our bodies suspend non-essential processes and begin to store fat. So less stress means less unnecessary fat. And finally, cortisol prevents our muscles from repairing after a workout or exercise. So less stress means more strength. So today, let's meditate for physical well-being by imagining, if you like, that it's daybreak, a beautiful spring day, and you're standing at the bottom of a steep mountain with a trail of 1,000 steps from the base to the summit. Imagine that this is a famous mountain with many tourists rushing to the top. And imagine that you decide to climb the mountain differently. Before setting out, breathe deep, exhale, and take a step. After taking a step, pause, become aware of the ground, become aware of the feeling underneath your feet. Bring your awareness to the trees, to the smells, to the light. Notice how the view has changed, even if only slightly. You breathe in and you take another step. Once again, relax, bringing your awareness anew to your surroundings, to any subtle differences in your view, in the smells or the sounds, the light dancing amongst the leaves. And you take another step. And imagine after a few minutes of taking a step, observing, breathing, you decide to sit down. You look around and you smile with gratitude to all of the beauty of creation, everything in front of you. And here's the thing. You don't need to worry about arriving at the summit when every step is an arrival. You proceed a few slow steps. Every so often, sitting, breathing deeply, looking around, smiling. Proceeding slowly, sitting, breathing deeply, looking around, expanding your awareness, smiling. Enjoying not only the mountain, but also the moment. Now imagine you have arrived at the summit. Others are exhausted and winded, can barely appreciate the view. But you have arrived with no stress, no tiredness, and you become aware of yourself, arriving with a feeling of peace, stillness, calmness, freedom. In the words of Thich Nhat Hanh, every step, even uphill, can bring mindfulness, can bring joy, can bring insight. And from this summit, if you like, repeat the following intentions for physical well-being, simply repeating silently after me, releasing the words, releasing the intention into the universe. I am strong in mind, body, and spirit. I am committed to my physical well-being. I will be mindful of taking care of myself. I am grateful for all of my physical abilities. I am grateful for my body. I am committed to my physical well-being. And now, keeping your eyes closed, it's time to release these intentions and to rest easily for a moment, resting in awareness, resting in calmness. As you go about your day and your week, have the intention to take care of yourself, not just mentally, emotionally, spiritually, but also physically. And to bring mindfulness to all of your physical activities. When you walk or exercise, to be aware with gratitude for your amazing body and gratitude toward yourself for everything you are doing to nurture your well-being. Now, if you like, you can bring your palms together. Feel free to unmute your line. We'll chant together the Sanskrit word for being Om. And gently and gracefully open our eyes. And for those who like, You can stay on the line for a few minutes to continue the conversation. Inhaling deeply. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everyone. Everyone wants to stay on. I'd love for anybody to share any insights or thoughts about how meditation has helped them in their lives, with or without a camera. Maybe, yes. Andy, you want to start?
Sure. Hi, Brian. I'm really glad that you've revamped the meditations. This is really exciting. This is my first one back since you had kind of taken a break. I just want to say thank you because I really, really appreciate meditation. I started doing it more once the pandemic hit, but it's been like a huge source of just relaxation and allowing me to connect with my breath, because I do struggle a bit sometimes with keeping my breath, deep and in my belly. So I do a lot of chest breathing. So that's something that I'm working on. It's just the belly breathing and the sandbag breathing that some yoga instructors have told me about. So yeah, I just really appreciate just weaving this into my everyday, because I think it's really easy to just get swept up into like the day to day at the law firm. So I really appreciate this, and it's really helped me balance out my breathing. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That's a great thought. We should probably, we focus on breathing, but we don't do like breathing techniques in some of the ones you mentioned. So that's a great idea.
Yeah, I just lay down and put the sandbag when I'm meditating sometimes. So it's really nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Others? Don't be shy. Well, I think one thing I should probably try to organize more, which we did a couple of times during when the pandemic ended, and tried to do in person in various offices, which takes a little bit of organizing, but it's always fun to do a meditation in person as well. Well, since everybody's here, I have to ask, do you like the music? I've been experimenting with music, and it's a little cumbersome, but Alexa says yes. Amy says yes. During the meditation or just at the beginning? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, and then I guess one other question. Steve says at the beginning. Okay, well, maybe we'll just alternate. So Friday meditation is Poetry Friday, and I have like a good store of about, I don't know, a dozen or 15 of them. But if people have poets that they like that you want me to add to the collection, just send me some suggestions. Okay, well, Robbie, anything else you want to add? Sorry to put you on the spot, but
Yeah, I'm happy to come off. I always feel like I'm doing a lot of talking, so try to save space for everyone else. But I do think this was really helpful. Creating a space for meditation at the firm and continuing it going, I think was one of the brightest spots of our firm for the pandemic that we've kept going, right? There were a lot of things we wanted to shed from that time. But this is definitely one worth keeping, and having the flexibility for you to do it when you're available live, and having the flexibility to have them available on recording, like as needed. I've sometimes had times, as we're talking about physical well-being, had times in the week where I was like, I feel I need a reset, and my physical body needs a reset. My mind probably does also in those cases. And so I've turned to the meditation recordings at that time just to say, okay, today's not working out. I need to get to a new spot. And I think that's one of the best things that we've done, is just having them available on demand.
Well, thank you. You know, that triggered a thought. You know, I've always wanted to do sleep meditations, but then I thought, well, maybe getting people to fall asleep in the middle of the workday would, you know, Richard might not like that. So just kidding, of course. But you know what? We could do some sleep meditations and just have them available, because, you know, when you have insomnia, I find it's really helpful to do a meditation. So
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. It's one of the times of day where you can kind of quiet your mind, and doing a sleep meditation, having it available that way would be great. No
Okay.
naps during the day.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Naps during the day can be good too. A bunch of people are writing, thanks, Angel. A bunch of folks are writing notes. Hopefully they'll all be available afterwards. Oh, that's good. Rest is resistance. All right, well, continue to suggest ideas. I'm very open to any new ideas. And Robbie, thanks for inviting this conversation. And
Thank you for staying on for a little bit longer than just the 15 minutes, sometimes a few extra minutes. When a meeting runs long, it can kind of mess up your day, but I feel like the few extra minutes that this group has spent together has been really helpful, and I appreciate your time and your persistence in keeping these meditations going. So thank you, Brian.
Yep. And Alice has done an amazing job sort of upping our game on technology, so I have to give her a shout out.
She's pretty fantastic.
Anyway.
She did all the Wellbeing Week videos, so if anybody has a chance to watch them, they're really, really short. I don't think anyone is longer than 2 minutes. Alice and her team have done a wonderful job.
Great. And I just got a tip on how to save the chat. Thank you, Tanya. All right, everyone. Well, unless there's any other comments, thanks for joining, and have a great rest of your day. And we'll only be available by podcast the rest of the week, because I'll be in Syracuse for work. So I'll be back in No Action on Monday.